Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Python data structures. So this is the very first episode in the series for the doubly linked lists. In this episode we are going to see how to create a doubly linked list with Python programming language. So in the earlier video I had explained you what a doubly linked list means, but let us have a small recap of that because we are getting started with the programming. In case you haven't seen that video, I would recommend you to go ahead and see the video that explains you the doubly linked list. You can actually find that video in the playlist. So let us begin. We know that we can create singly linked list with Python. So doubly linked list is similar to singly linked list. The only difference is that in singly linked list we have only one pointer going in the forward direction. In doubly linked list, the node has got an additional pointer that points to the earlier position. So in singly linked list, we have only two fields, that is self.data and self.next. In doubly linked list, in the node, we have three fields. The third field is self.previous. Now let us go ahead and define a simple node, and we are going to keep on using the same notebook for all the doubly linked list demonstrations, just like the way we did it in singly linked lists with Python. So this is the very first episode and we are defining everything here. And we are going to use the same thing as a template for our further programs. Let us say def init self comma data self data equals to data and self dot next equals to none. Similarly, self dot prev equals to none. Okay, it's not node, it's none. And finally, we are going to say the other method of programming self dot write equals to none. So in case you find any code online that is referring to this next node as write, then you can actually use this sort of coding convention, and left equals to none. So this is how we can define an init node. So this is how we can define an init method for our node. Now we are going to go ahead and define our doubly linked list class. So class doubly linked list def init self, and let us say self dot head equals to none. So this is similar to the singly linked list. Now we are going to define exactly the same methods the way we defined in singly linked list. The first method is to push the new node in the beginning, and the second method is to push the new node in the end. And it is quite exciting. So def push self new data. So I will explain you every line of code, don't worry about it. Now here I am going to say new node. So here we are going to create a new node with the new data that has been passed as an argument to this particular method. New data. Okay, D is lowercase, I guess. And then we are going to make next of the new node as head and previous as node, which is already set to none. And that is also quite easy. We can just refer to this line of code, new node dot next equals to self dot head. So this is how we can make the next of the new node as head and previous as none, which is already set to none. So we don't have to worry about it. And let me delete that unnecessary line. And now we can say change the previous head node to the new node. And if self dot head is not none, so by default it means that it is not none, self dot head dot previous equals to new underscore node. And finally, I am going to say self dot head equals to new node. So in this statement, we are moving the head to point to the new node, and the element has been pushed in the beginning of the singly linked list. Now let me check for the correctness of the logic. So here we have a new node, node of new data. So this is where we are creating that new node. Then new node dot next is self dot head, and if self dot head dot previous equals to new node, self dot head equals to new node. So this is how we can create the push. And finally, def append self comma new data and new node equals to node of new data. And now here we are going to check if the head is none. I mean, we are going to check for the case where this doubly linked list is empty. So here this append routine is going to append that new node to the end. So in case the list is empty, then it is very easy for us to handle. Head is none. Then self dot head equals to new node, and finally return. So this is the end of this particular case where the doubly linked list is empty. Otherwise, we have to traverse the entire doubly linked list like this. Last equals to self dot head, and while last dot next, last equals to last dot next, and finally we need to change the next of the last node. Last dot next equals to new node, and new node. So here we are setting the previous link of the new node to the last. Dot prev equals to last, and that's it. And we are going to say return. Now let me check for the correctness of the logic, because we might have missed something, because this is a very complex piece of code. A doubly linked list is one of the most complex data structures, and we need to be very careful how we handle the next and previous pointers, because if we make a mistake, then we will not actually know until we execute that program. So here we have the append, self and new data, new node, node of new data, self.head is none, then self.head equals to new node, and that is the correct case. Then we are traversing the entire list here in this block, where last equals to self.head and while last.next, and this is last equals to last.next. Now last.next equals to new node, and new node dot prev equals to last, and return. So this is a definition for doubly linked list, and now we are going to insert some items in the doubly linked list, and it is going to be definitely very, very exciting to create an object of the class that we have just created. So the code executed successfully. It means that at least there is no syntax error. There might be some logical error, we will not know unless we execute this entire stuff. And I will create that doubly linked list like this directly by copying the spelling. We don't want to make any mistake. List dot append. Here we are adding a node to the end. List dot push to, and again we are going to repeat the same sequence everywhere. So here we will add the random stuff, 9 and 6. 6 is already there, so we will have 7. So 624197. So this is how we appended and pushed the items to the doubly linked list. Now let me go ahead and execute, and let us cross the finger and say that there is no error. Okay, so the program runs perfectly. So this is all about creating a doubly linked list in Python. We have defined a class node for the representing the node of the doubly linked list, and then we created a class doubly linked list that is going to utilize this class says new objects to create nodes and then link them together We have also defined two routines, push and append. Push will add the node in the beginning and append will add that node in the end. And then we pushed and appended some data in the doubly linked list. In the next episode of this series, we are going to see how to traverse a doubly linked list in the both direction. Now, let me cover that traversal stuff. We are going to have a head pointer and then we are going to continue traversing till the next part is null. And similarly, we can traverse backwards. Now, the advantage of this doubly linked list is that we can traverse it both the ways. So this is the main advantage of this doubly linked list. Now, programmatically, it makes it a bit more complex, but let us not worry about it because we are here to learn programming. So don't worry about the complex codes, and I'm here to explain you each and every line of code for making sure that you understand every concept well. So in case you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like and share this video. Do let me know your questions and queries in the comment section down below. In case you want to find the code for this entire exercise, you can check the description section of this video and you will find the link to the GitHub repository where I keep on uploading the code for all of my YouTube demonstrations. So thanks a lot once again, and I will see you next time.